Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back through daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Quant Network, aka QNT. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I just want to ask you guys to please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course I always do greatly appreciate it. And if you do find any of the information in this video valuable, useful, or interesting in any sort of way, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on to never miss a future update. So let's just dive in and let's talk about QNT. So overall, I have been talking to you guys about Quant since it was $30. Now we're sitting at about $91.70. We hit that low of about $87 overall. Trading volume is not up significantly, only about 17.5%. And there's that low that we hit pretty much. Overall, I would get a little bit concerned if I wasn't holding QNT. Like, in my mind, there is no real worry behind QNT. Like, everybody's, so hyped up about like NFTs. Everybody's kind of getting in on the metaverse and this and that. Like, I just made a video on Energy Web Token for an example, right? Like, that is solving the major problem within crypto, which is energy sustainability and just carbon neutrality, right? They're essentially the interoperability layer for the future of energy in this market. QNT is the future of interoperability between the networks that will thrive in crypto, that will power the next revolution of payments and the payment infrastructure. Yet people are so concerned and worried about the prices of today. Like, even in general right now for the crypto prices, like, there's no real reason to be concerned because we are still extremely early. If you want to know exactly how early we are, well, here you guys have it, right? So here's crypto adoption equals 90s internet adoption. So here is pretty much, you can see the total internet users and the total crypto users as well. Now, when we're talking about the internet user timeline, here's 1998 and here's 2022 for crypto, right? So total in terms of millions, like, we're at around like the 200 million mark pretty much. Yeah, that's when the internet also hit about 200 million in 1998. And since then, it has grown massively. Now, if we're talking about where the future of this market could be and could go, like, this is a $100 trillion plus asset class. In my mind, when we're talking about XRP or HBAR or any major layer 1 network that is really kind of being fundamentally involved in payments, streamlining cross-border payments, or just being adopted in with stablecoin adoption, government use cases, anything like that is going to have at least a $1 trillion price tag on it. In the future, maybe we'll have, maybe 100 regulated assets. That's all we have. And maybe all of them will be worth at least $1 trillion each. I don't think that that is going to be the perfect world that we live in, but I'm just saying in general, the total, global crypto market cap from many other analysts have been projected to $100 to $200 trillion by 2030 alone. Now, a lot of people might seem or think that that is unrealistic, but honestly, to me, I think that that's a little bit conservative if we're talking about where this market really is going in terms of tokenization, in terms of CBDCs. I'm just very excited for the future of this market. Now, I do just want to ask, for all of those individuals out there, if you think that QNT could have and hit a market cap of $100 billion in this year by the end of the official bull run, hit that like button and also comment down below why. I'd love to hear from you all on this. In my mind, why do I think that QNT can hit $100 billion this year by the end of this bull run? Well, it's fairly simple, right? When we're talking about what's being discussed right now from the Fed, from these major banks, from these central banks, is the idea on solving interoperability. I don't know if they're overlooking QNT. Maybe the QNT is already working with them and they're just kind of playing clueless. But in my mind, we already have the clear decider winner of mass adoption in terms of interoperability for DOT technologies, tokenized currencies as well in terms of CBDCs. Like, we already have it. It's here. And this is bare minimum in my opinion. Like, even if we hit $1 trillion, I'd still think that we are extremely undervalued at an 808x $74,500 per QNT. I've always said, we will eventually get to that $100,000 mark per QNT. A lot of people call me crazy now, but hey, that's totally fine. A lot of people were called crazy back in the day when they said, Bitcoin was going to $1,000 to $10,000 to $100,000, and soon a lot of those individuals that continue to debate on if Bitcoin's dead or if Bitcoin's useless or not, a lot of those people continue to be proven wrong because, yes, although I don't support Bitcoin in general because I don't think that there's a lot of utility behind it, we will still continue to hit high figure numbers because people trust putting their money into something that is deflationary. And of course, in terms of QNT, let's talk about some things. So first off, CBDC paper from the Federal Reserve released, only the MIT and the Boston Fed so far have technically explored a CBDC using blockchain technology. The same MIT has released, pretty much with QNT, a CBDC white paper in November. They're also jointly building the Open Digital Asset Internet Protocol, or ODAP, if you guys don't know about that. And when we're talking about this white paper, it's all about digital currencies and really kind of what we need to do in order for this to actually work. And it's all talking about the overall infrastructure here. It's talking about distributed ledger technologies and how they could pretty much support, the interbank settlement, aka get to the point where instantaneous settlements are happening. And pretty much instead of the 9-day waiting period for even cross-border payments, we'll see like seconds to even, maybe a minute, right? So that's huge. And, we even see here, good to be back, Boston Fed, where we have many secure payment task force meetings. Great discussion today on our work, digital assets, and CBDC. Here's a recent paper from the Fed highlighting their thinking. We already know that QNT's, there's just no way that QNT's not working with them. In my mind, they are easily working with the Fed. And of course, we do see our joint white paper with the MIT Connection Science implementing a CBDC, the challenges and a solution, the needs of security, privacy, performance, openness, and interoperability enabled siloed payment systems to evolve to digital assets. And like I said, all of those major key elements are all being prospered and utilized right now on, of course, you've guessed it, the Overledger network. This is why I am beyond so bullish on Quant. Having 33% less supply than Bitcoin, this thing is going to move extremely fast once it starts its main course to the upside. Of course, yes, do I think that we can still see a little bit more downside, potential? Yeah. I'm not going to say that we've bottomed out officially. I'm just saying a lot of these assets, specifically QNT as well, by the way. I know I said this in my other video, but I didn't clarify QNT, and I do apologize for that. But overall, when we're talking about QNT and a lot of these assets, they are extremely oversold. We know that they're extremely undervalued. And when we're talking about their daily RSI numbers, they're like in the teens now, which tells me that, like I said, things are severely oversold right now. So when we're talking about crypto adoption and what's going to be taking place, I do believe that we will have that strong bounce back very, very soon. And of course, we do see here, watch the full Quant and MIT ODAP Industry Day for Financial Services from the 18th and 19th February 2021 to learn about interoperability of digital assets and cross-border transactions for distributed ledger technologies or networks. And here's that ODAP system. Okay, this system is absolutely huge. Okay, here you have all the pros. So let me I wish I could zoom in, but cross-network interoperability, access through ODAP gateways, interoperable or interoperate existing networks, complement existing systems, identify, route, and find digital assets, issuers, and custodians, regulatory access for compliance, cross-border and cross-network, network to network for private. I can't really read the bottom there, but you guys kind of get the point. This is literally going to connect all of the money. I know a lot of people like to say XRP is going after all the money. It's going after the $2.7 quadrillion overall market value. No. Okay? There ceases to exist any sort of asset without interoperability. Okay? I want you to all understand, like even this, right? When I seen this, I kind of cringed a little bit. Blockchain metaverse ecosystems gain traction as brands create digital experiences. Like they continue to push NFTs and this metaverse, not knowing that they need interoperability for all of these things to kind of interconnect and work together to make one massive overall metaverse. That's the day that I look forward to, where QNT is the interoperability layer behind these huge overall developments specifically labeled around the metaverse. Now, of course, in terms of Quant Network, we look here at Quant named a supplier on UK government's Crown Commercial Service. Okay, now this is very bullish because of what they are doing. So, pretty much let's read this, right? Quant Network is delighted to have been named as a supplier on Crown Commercial Services. And of course, Crown Commercial Services supports the public sector to achieve maximum commercial value when procuring common goods and services in 2019-2020. CCS helped the public sector to achieve commercial benefits worth over $1 billion. Or I shouldn't say dollars. I believe that is actually digital, the pound, sorry. Supporting world-class public services that offer best value for taxpayers. This is awesome to see. And of course, we just hear from today, all the UK government will have access to Quant's powerful technology that helps enterprises, governments, and individuals to unlock the true value of distributed ledger technologies. The whole government of the UK. Overledger is the world's leading operating system to deliver universal DLT interoperability by delivering secure, simple, and cost-effective integration of systems, networks, and DLTs without the need for, new infrastructure or introducing bottlenecks. Overledger operating system enables fast, easy deployment of solutions. This is why you should be bullish. I don't need to tell you guys multiple times a day on why you should be bullish on QNT, because you should be able to do your own research and understand just how huge this actually is. Okay, and we even go back a little bit to 2020, Overledger Network Treasury. This is going to connect every DLT to one. I mean, this is literally all the money, right? Enterprise integration, payments, API, data, and of course, the Overledger operating system is a big player. Overledger Gateway, again, huge players here. This is why I believe that QNT is easily a $100,000 plus asset. I think that 1.5 trillion, 2.5 trillion, somewhere in that mark right now is currently where we're actually valued at. But that won't be seen for a while, in my opinion. We have a long ways to go, but I am very bullish on QNT, aka Quant Network. So with all that in mind, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.